Okay, so Aksh is asking the question, ma'am, I'm always thinking to quit my job and I know my work very well, but why am I thinking about quitting my job? Sometimes I feel I don't fit into this medium kind of job satisfaction. So bang on, you're fabulous here, Aksh. Okay, you don't need to be in a mediocre job, or you don't need to be in the job that gives you dissatisfaction. But think of it this way, okay? If you're saying you're very good at your job, think of it this way, that if you're good, how can you be better? And then if you're better, how can you be the best? See, every industry has got 10 to 15% of the people in that industry, those who are at the top of their game. And they're always indispensable. They always get the salaries that they want. They always are taken up by other institutions when they are free from their previous job. My question to you here is, Aksh, that are you fitting into that 10 to 15% of the top notch in your industry? See, when do you get paid well and when do you get the satisfaction? Two things. The way people value you, the way the world values you. How do you increase your value? You increase your value by solving the complex problems, right? And how do you solve the complex problems? You solve the complex problems by bringing your brain's ability to be able to solve the complex problems, right? Now, when you're solving so ask yourself this question before you think about it. Ask this question: that are you in your industry in that top 10%? That you're indispensable. Your job, only you can do the best. When it comes to your job, people look at you and say, hey, Aksh is the person who's the best for this job. If not, then your journey is still incomplete. Have you become that person? And if you haven't become the best in your industry, then you got to do it. Because when you become the best in your industry, I will tell you, you will get the job which not just gives you a great salary, great value, but also gives you the fulfillment and satisfaction. It's very important that we understand that we are all the time progressing on the path of bettering ourselves. When you are learning something new, when you're bettering yourself, you will feel satisfied. One of the things that I learned long back in my life, that I'm always learning something new. Because every time I feel that I have achieved something, I get saturated, I feel stagnated in that space, because after some time of that achievement, you feel, wow, but after that what? The wow factor goes away very fast, right? So to keep feeling that wow, to keep giving your brain the reward hormones of dopamine, etc., you got to keep being in that wow space, right? How do you be in that wow space? So for me, the wow space comes from learning something new. Like I'm soon going to start learning a new language, new foreign language, because now I'm feeling that way, that okay, I pretty much have whatever skills that I have in my life right now. I've made the best out of it and I'm still working on them. But I need something new now for my brain to be activated. You know, there was this beautiful story of Natan Sharansky. Natan Sharansky was an Israeli cabinet minister, but this is a story before that. So Natan is a Jew, and he was staying in Russia, and Russian government thought that Natan Sharansky is an American spy. So they put him in the jail and they put him in the isolation. And in that isolation, it was like a very small cubicle. He couldn't see anybody, nothing. It was a very small cell. So so Nathan was very smart, he was thinking that if I stay in that cell like this and if I don't interact with anybody, what's going to happen to me is my body is going to decay. I will lose all my strength and my brain is also going to be losing its strength. So what Nathan started doing is, he started doing anti-gravity exercises to keep his body fit. And he wanted to keep his mind fit, keep his brain fit. So he requested the jail authorities to give him the chessboard and a player to play the chess. So they denied the chessboard and they denied even the partner to play the chess. So what Nathan did is, he created every single day, he used to play chess in his mind. So you remember the 64 boxes he has to remember, and where is every, thing going to move. So he was remembering everything and he was sharpening his mind. Now he needed an opponent to play this game. So back then, the grandmaster was Garry Kasparov. If some of you may have heard this, right? And he, in his mind, started playing the chess game with Gary Kasparov. Okay, he said, if I have to choose a partner, then I might as well choose a grandmaster. So he started playing the game, and for 12 years, 365 days, he played this game in his mind, and every game, he was beating Gary Kasparov. Okay? Then later on, when Bill Clinton became the president of America, he requested Russia, and he said to release Nathan, and Nathan was released. Nathan went back to Israel and eventually became the cabinet minister in Israel. Now, back then what used to happen is the grandmasters would travel across and would play with the upcoming champions. And one of such things, Gary Kasparov was in Israel, and he was playing with the Israeli champions. And in those matches, generally, 5 to 40 people would be picked up to play with Gary. So Gary, particularly on that day, was playing with 5 people. Out of that, 4 people he defeated. And 1 person he could not defeat, but he got defeated. A grandmaster got defeated by this one upcoming champion. And that person was Natan Sharansky. And when Gary Kasparov asked him this question, he said, how did you do this? You are not I am an ace player, but I could not do this. How did you do this? So Nathan answered him, this is not the first time I have defeated you. So Gary was surprised and he said, I'm meeting you for the first time. He said, no, for 12 years, 365 days, I was defeating you in my mind. That's the power that you build. He practiced chess for 12 years, 365 days to sharpen his mind. And in his mind, he was defeating the best in the industry. So my counter question to here is, are you doing that? Are you at that level? If not, then it will make you feel mediocre and it will give you the dissatisfaction. So your job is, don't go and run away from the job, but get the best at your job. And then you see the amazing satisfaction will start flowing to you. If you got any insights from this story, type insight in the chat box if you got the insights from Natan Sharansky's story. And what were your insights? Tell me. For me, the best insight here is practice your skill and visualize the success, right? So when you marry both, when you marry the technical skill with the mindset, you achieve the greatest success. You can defeat the best in the industry by becoming best. So, and unless and until you would only feel mediocre and dissatisfied when you're not happy with your own progress. When you're progressing in your life, you will never feel dissatisfied. So one of the things that I learned long back in my life is every time I feel unfulfilled or dissatisfied, it's my time to upgrade myself. Because the satisfaction and fulfillment does not come from outside. It comes from within. And when you're progressing on your path, whatever your betterment, you will start feeling good about yourself.